I think he's finally done it. I think Spargo is the #1 ranked player this year, or going to be on the next Lumi rankings. I think that Spargo has had a fantastic year, has gotten over his struggles with consistency, and has just been playing fantastic this year. And I wanted to go over not just his sets, I'm going to go over one from the throne, but I wanted to talk about just his tournament overview and comparing him to the other, in my opinion, person who might be #1 this season. But I think Spargo definitely has it in the bag, so let's go. Spargo has always been close to the #1 since the offline era returned after COVID started. It is really good to finally see him with just a fantastic run. So first off, I want to actually look at the Lumi rank TTS really quick, because I want to see these when it comes to looking at his tournament runs, basically. So we have 4 P tiers this season, without one assumed to come up. Actually, I guess the first thing we should do is really look at, there's only one S tier for the remainder of the year coming up, and that is in Japan. So 1 S tier, an A tier, which is Don't Park on the Grass, which is this weekend, but then otherwise it's C, B, A tiers. Maybe Sumabato will go up to an S tier because it does that sometimes. But yeah, just not many big tournaments coming up for the end of the year. I know that Delfino Mazzareta got postponed till next year, and I think that was a big one. So knowing that there's no more P tiers left, let's talk about them. Supernova 2024, let's go to the Smashers app. Oh, Spargo won that one. We have Umabura SP11. Is that the one that Spargo went to? I actually don't remember. No, he went to Kowloon number 12, so he didn't go to that one. And for reference, Miya was the victor here. Miya is the other person we need to talk about for contention of #1, at least in my opinion. Kowloon number 12 with Kageribi. Spargo got 3rd there. He lost to Akola in loser's bracket. I forget who he lost to. I think he lost to Doramigi in winner's bracket, so clearly 2 amazing players. Those aren't going to be bad losses at all. And then we have Riptide 2024, which Spargo won. So he's got 1st place at 2 P tiers, 3rd place at one of the others, and didn't attend the 4th one. Miya also got 1st place at 2 of the P tiers. He's the one that won the other 2. So Miya just, again, doing very consistently well overall, but we do have 2 players splitting the P tiers with Spargo and Miya. But let's go to these 3 tournaments. So for Luminosity Makes Moves Miami, Spargo did not attend. He was at I think a B tier in Mexico, which he won, but he didn't go to this, and Miya got 9th, so at the 5th biggest tournament, Miya did not get top 8. Delta number 9, I don't think Spargo went to that. Like, these 2, I believe, are just from Japan, so let's see who won them. One of them was Miya, and the other one was Oshimo. I don't know if Miya was at this one. Yeah, Miya did not attend Sumabato SP51. So Miya won one of these, got 9th at another one, and then didn't attend one of these. For majors, this is where we can really see some really good stuff from Spargo as well as Miya. First off, Spargo, the Luminosity Invitational 2, he got 2nd after starting off in losers and had a crazy run that's down here. He got 9th at the Invitational and 4th at Cirque 4. Even though the Invitational was an A+ tier, I feel like that doesn't quite work the same for Invitationals. I could be wrong about that in terms of how important they are. But either way, let's compare those tournaments to Miya. So at the Invitational, Miya got 5th, which, is fine, but I don't think that it's significantly better than 9th place. Because neither of them are top 3 in an Invitational where there's only 16 people, so I don't think either of them are crazy. And then Miya did win Cirque 4 and Spargo did get 4th, so again, that is a point for Miya here. And I know at this point you may be thinking, well, it actually sounds like Miya has a good shot at being higher than Spargo. I mean, they split tournaments, Miya's won a couple of extra ones so far, so what's the deal? And the deal is that at some of the biggest ones that Spargo won, Miya didn't do particularly well. Especially when it comes to Riptide, he got 13th place, which again is a fine placement for a normal player at a P tier, but not for someone who is in contention for the best player in the world, and also 13th at Supernova. So again, 2 of the 4 biggest tournaments, right? We're gonna go back to the TTS. 2 of the 4 biggest tournaments, he got 13th, that Spargo won. That is a huge discrepancy as opposed to, again, looking back at this where, this is a P tier, Miya won, Spargo got 3rd. At Cirque 4, Miya won, but Spargo got 4th. Invitational, they got 5th and 9th. In my opinion, even though Miya does have some great wins, he has some bigger losses, and that has been what has kept Spargo away from the #1 spot, and that is what I think is going to lead Spargo to the #1 spot, because Miya, the other contender for best player in the world, in my opinion, I think the only contender for #1, just hasn't been as consistent as he needs to be in order to be ranked #1. Like for this season, again, Miya has a crazy resume, right? Winning a P tier, 13th at a P tier, 1st at an A tier, 13th at a P tier, 1st at a P tier, 5th at an A plus tier, 1st at an A plus tier, 1st at an S tier, 9th at an S tier. Like those are good placements, right? Like I don't think anyone would be like, that's not in contender for number one. I mean, maybe, you know, in a season where Akola is winning everything, maybe it's not. But I think when Akola isn't attending as much and wasn't winning everything, I think that this resume is absolutely insane because he's won the biggest tournaments, but also he goes to a lot of stuff, so he's going to have some worse placements. And also an important thing that I think leads for a Spargo lead is his head-to-heads. They have been ridiculous this season. Like Spargo has a winning record versus Sonics, even-ish with Leo, very strong over Tweak, very strong over Light, which I think are some of the best contenders for North America. Also Shattuck, he has a good record. I think the last time he lost to Shattuck was Smash Factor, which was last season. But he's just been doing incredibly well overall. He's beat Shootone, he's beat Gluttony, like he's just beat a ton of amazing players. He did lose recently to Akola, which I think, ironically, he is worse against Akola and Miya than he normally is. He lost at the Litvitational to Miya, and he lost at Kowloon to Akola. But either way, I do think that his placements and his overall head-to-heads are more than enough to be an incredibly strong first place contender. From my recollection, I think the worst loss for Spargo this season is Lima, and Lima's very good. Because he lost to what, Zachary and Leo at this tournament, and that was it. He beat a ton of amazing players, right? You have Dryby, Mars, Remu, Tweak, Candle, Hurt, Leo, Light twice, which is honestly insane. He's lost to Alandis here at a B tier. He lost to T and Lima at Cirque 4, although I believe T might be lower ranked than Lima. Actually, T just did win a tournament in Japan, although I think that was a B tier, so I'm not sure. He lost to T and Miya here. He lost to Cola, Leo, and Zomba, obviously all very strong players. Didn't lose to anyone at Riptide. And again, still beating very strong players like Chase, Mutace, Oshimo, Syrup, and Shootone twice. At Supernova, did not drop a set, including beating Pelka, Loaf, Syrup, Ken, Mars, Hurt, Shattuck, and Sonics, which again, very, very strong resume. And at Kowloon 12, yeah, he lost to Doramigi and Akola. Doramigi obviously going to be very highly ranked this season in my opinion, but still beat great players like Alice, Masa, Ashimo, Doramigi, and Level 1, all probably going to be very strong. So again, yeah, his worst loss is either to T or Lima, which probably both of those players are going to be around the top 30, and he's beaten most other players. He has a loss or a losing record to Leo, and that's about it. I feel like unless something absolutely insane happens at Don't Park on the Grass where he gets like 33rd or 49th, which I don't think is going to happen because he's been playing very consistently, I think if he just gets in the top 8, he probably will be the number 1 player in the world. I mean, I feel like Miya doing well could make that a little more, murky, but I do think that Spargo has the resume because, again, it's not just like, oh, it's a P tier. Like, Supernova is by far the biggest tournament of the season, and even though Riptide is slightly smaller, I think that winning these 2 events just automatically puts him at the lead, and again, with Miya's worst placement at those, I think that almost single-handedly puts Spargo in the lead. But we can watch a set as well, and we are going to be watching the grand finals of the Throne 2, set 2, where Spargo takes on Light. Spargo won the first set of the Throne 2 in about 13 or so minutes in a 3-1 victory over Light, so now we are going to go to set 2, but just with that, keep in mind. I don't think that was a sentence, but that's okay. So game 1 going to start on small battlefield, and Light getting some damage with lasers, but unable to get too much more, punishing that dash attack out of shield with the up B. I feel like, Spargo's one player, you can't just swing on his shield, he will up B everything pretty correctly. I love that downer attempt, but the second up tilt not going to work. Assumed a tech in place, but either way, already up 60% with this incredible cloud damage. Nice up air back air. Nair, Light kind of going in, but even percent, but limit is online, and of course Light is the lighter character with Fox. I thought that was going to be an up smash for sure. Why did Spargo do that the other direction? Parries the cross slash, which actually it's more optimal to do a spot dodge there, and of course that swing is going to be stronger for Spargo than Light's up smash was for Light, so that is a stock lead for Spargo. Immediately gets hit off stage, has to burn limit, but I think that's okay because I feel like at this point you kind of just want, no, the sour spot, that sucks. I feel like at this point you'd rather live than try to keep that. Nice shine. I love what Spargo tried to do there, just tried to end the stock at 0, but unfortunately not going to work. Light going to recover through that, but either way that is an even game. I feel like the threat of Cloud up air at a disadvantage is really making it a little bit harder for Spargo to, you know, get hit by all these crazy combos. Like, I think that Light struggles to get these big openings because of that, like, his, like, Cloud's crazy hurtbox shift with up air, as well as just, like, he's kind of a thin character that cross slash hit really high. I feel like Light's been doing very well, but he's just not clutching out these higher percents at the moment. Downer auto cancel, going to be quite safe on shield. Air to air nair up smash. That is a me brawler type of confirm there. So we do have a stock lead for Light. Forward air, not going to get the tech chase, but going to get another forward air. Fox's forward air is so crazy. Ledge trapping for Spargo, one of his best aspects. His edge trapping and his edge guarding are just so good. Gonna have to go with a side B. No, actually goes for straight up B, and Spargo ready with that back air, so we have even stocks. Light was only able to get 16%, which is not that much. Like, we've seen like fair cross slash for Spargo do like 40. Nice parry on that. Very nice by Light, but not gonna get a bigger combo. Actually gets reversaled with that down air. About up 30-ish% is Light, and he's trying to find an opening. Also, you want to play a little bit passive always versus limit, but then you run in and get a random hit. No limit online right now for Spargo. What does he do to bring this back? Obviously, you are Fox, you are susceptible to edge guards, you are susceptible to just dying early to like an up smash or a forward smash, but that cross slash is going to do so much damage. Back air tech chase cross slash does like 33 or something like that. That is insane. So very, very close to even now. Light does have Spargo in nair up smash percent, so it is very scary. You can't get hit by these errant aerials by Fox, but that forward air drift back is going to be so good for Spargo. And the ledge trapping yet again, down 20%, but does it really matter when you have him at the ledge? I'm surprised that down tilt didn't hit before the non-two frameable. Ooh, nice parry there. Gets a back throw. Again, gets Light off stage. Limit cross slash is online. These ledge traps become even scarier. So if he's sent off stage, this is probably going to be the game, whether it's the edge guard or just like gonna limit up B. No, gets a back air. I feel like, you know, this is the correct option for Light, which is the scary thing, because if you do any ground option, you are going to get limit up B there. I think you have to get up attack. I think that's like the only thing you can do, but that's literally a 50-50 of get up attack or ledge jump. The ledge jump loses to back air. The get up attack loses to the thing that covers everything else, which is just hold shield and limit up B. So that is going to be 1-0 for Spargo. That kill potential, kind of nice for Cloud. Light counterpicking back to small battlefield. Again, he played that game very well. He just wasn't able to clutch the stocks early compared to Spargo. Cross slash air to air. Run up cross slash. 2 moves, 44%. That's crazy. Up B out of shield. Yes, indeed. Again, just solid damage, understanding the positioning that Light wants to go for. Nice up B there by Light. Otherwise, it would have been hit. Light's screaming something in the camera. I don't know what he said. Yeah, just unable to get an opening. He's just getting hit on every approach right now. It looks like it is flustering him. Spot dodge into limit up B. I don't blame him for doing that. Landing up air, but the second up air not going to connect correctly. So Light going to miss out on a lot of damage there, but gets the punish on the up smash. There's the landing. Dash attacks the landing yet again. There's a grab. Tries to go for a shine edge guard. Oh, it's a stock. Yeah, that's unfortunate there. I do like the attempt, but I mean, edge guarding Spargo was so hard. You really need to hit him out. Otherwise, he's just going to tech like basically every time. And then once you make that decision to back air, Spargo's not going to miss that. He's simply not going to miss that. He hits that like, you know, 20 times out of 21 times. And now Light, we saw last game, kind of struggling to kill that. Cross slash was so late, like the 3rd, 4th, and 5th hit. I love that attempt to nair the neutral tech. That actually would have been the stock. I think it would have been nair run off cross slash, and it probably would have killed. Not going to be able to get a punish, and that's a forward smash punish. Absolutely going to die at 60%. That is what happens when you mess up with Fox if you are just a little too late. And Spargo, huge lead. 3 stocks to 1, up 1-0. You can see Light literally like sitting back in his chair. He needs to calm down right now, and I think he kind of knows like, hey, this game's going to be kind of hard. I need to like, you know, chill out a little bit. I need to, you know... Oh, he's leaning back forward. Never mind. Ignore everything I said. He said, fuck that, I'm back in, baby. Ooh, nice tech chase by Spargo. Almost read the tech in yet again, but I don't think he jumped as far back as he wanted to. So right now, Light with the ledge trap, still down a considerable amount because of that 2-stock lead that Spargo had. Yeah, and that's that up air that I was talking about. Really hard to just continue these combos from ground to air. And that's going to be a nice blade beam. What can Light do? Nope, misses the Nair, and that is a 2-0 for Spargo. Again, the first set, even though it was 3-1, was like a 12-minute set, which is very fast for this game, and now Spargo immediately up 2-0 in what, like 5 minutes? Spargo, after losing to MKLeo in honestly one of the craziest games that Smash Ultimate has ever seen, is now bringing it back through losers, beating Hurt, beating Candle, beating Leo, and then beating Light in Grands Set 1, is one game away from keeping his title of the Throne Champion. He did win last year over Sonic's, Miya, and Akola, having to beat all of those actually, and this time not having to fight those. He lost to Zachary and he lost to Leo, which I think are his only 2 losses for the tournament, because spoilers, I talked about how he already won this tournament, so not able to recover, so Light does get that stock lead, but still, I think Spargo has more than enough to bring it back. I don't remember what the set count is for this set, to be fair, but it just seems like Spargo has a lot of momentum, and I don't think like Light is able to keep a lead at the moment. Okay, back air. Oh, you're off stage? No, I mean, that's not the worst. You didn't die for it, but at the same time, you are still in the corner in Spargo. This is still basically that same position because Light was trying to get out of the corner, so I still consider this the same disadvantage, even if it wasn't an immediate ledge trap, and yeah, just didn't really get out of disadvantage. Spargo about to have limit online as well. Nice tech chase, or sorry, drag down there with the tech chase. Ooh, no double jump, so you are going to have to... I lied. I thought Light was going to cover that air dodge, so I thought he would have had to burn limit down smash, though. Nair not going to hit. Uh-oh. Cross slash going to be some good damage, so Light reversaling himself. He's trying to go for these big hits, and just the edge guards are not hitting. They're not working. I know he hit one earlier in like set 1 with like a side B Nair or something, but Spargo not falling for any of them right now, which is, oh God, and he missed an up smash yet again, a little bit, not enough lag for, oh, he went for a charge, that's why. Yeah, I think that would have been guaranteed punish, but he went for a charged up smash. You can literally see him charge it for a couple of extra frames, and then Spargo only got a shield out by 1 frame, so if he literally just didn't charge it, it would have hit. I don't know if it would have killed, but in that position, if you don't think it's going to kill, you should go for Nair up smash, which again, I'm not really super critiquing Light. He's way farther in this tournament than I would have gotten, but just, you know, for you guys, the viewers, you know, you have to make sure that, he's just mashing. That's funny. Spargo kind of rolls his eyes. Okay, gets a back throw. Is this going to be an edge guard? No, it's not. Light and unable to find these edge guards. I mean, most players can't find these edge guards, and Fox is not a particularly great edge guarder, so, you know, I think that makes sense. Okay, gets a forward air, but not going to be... Oh, never mind. Gets the follow-ups anyway. Light still in it, but, you know, even game limit is about to be online, which means that I basically favor Spargo in these positions just because Light playing a lighter character, and Spargo's just been able to find these kills a little bit easier than Light has. I feel like Spargo only jumped for like 10 seconds, and then he ended up getting the backer there. I wonder what Light tried to do, because he looked like he was holding shield, but he probably tried to jump. He probably tried to avoid an empty jump or something. Yeah, you can see jump squat right there, the frame he got hit. So, you know, gets hit expecting an empty jump, not going to be, and this is really scary for Light. I mean, yeah, cross slash will kill so many things, unable to get a punish there. Spargo just getting actually pretty lucky that Light was missing all these punishes, because I feel like if Light isn't missing these punishes, this is a very different game and a very different set, because he's not getting those forward smash kills at literally 60, because like Light won't die at 60 unless it's to an edge guard, but losing those stocks that early on stage is really, really unfortunate for him. That back air is gonna do it. Yes, it is, and Spargo, crazy run at this tournament, again losing to Zachary in pools, losing to Leo in winter semifinals, but wins the throne to arguably setting up a #1 spot for him with all of the crazy victories that he got this tournament, because again, he played very well and got a bunch of amazing wins. Again, I do think he needs a not bad performance at Don't Bark on the Grass. He needs to at the very least get like 9th, because that would be better than Miya's worst placements this season, and he's gonna be #1. I don't think there's anyone else in the question besides Miya, because even though Sonics has done pretty well this season, he doesn't have a victory, he doesn't have as many events as Spargo does, and he had that 13th at the Luminosity Invitational. Granted, losing to Spargo and losers, so it's, you know, not the biggest deal. He lost to like Light and Spargo and I think like one other player to start in losers bracket in the first place. Oh, Shiny Mark. So it's something I'm just really proud of Spargo for. I mean, he's battled bad mentality. He's battled just like, I want to be the best. And then as soon as you get close to that summit, you have one, you're like, okay, but I really need this tournament. And then it all kind of falls apart. And that's just what happens sometimes when you are in the mentality of, I want to be the #1. Thank you all for watching. In my opinion, congrats to Spargo for being the #1 player in the world this season. And I'll see you all next time. Peace.